Hey everybody, Weagle here. I just had a great game in my Cleveland playing World of Warships, the closed beta test. I think I'm allowed to put these up. I don't know, I should check. Either way, the Tier 6 Cleveland is an American cruiser. And she has 12 guns. I think they're 152 millimeter. And well, to start off, I always load armor piercing. I can switch to HE fast enough. But AP is usually what you want when you are looking to try and pen the Citadel, either under the main guns, the main battery, or under the smokestacks in the engine room and boiler room. World of Warships combines the whole boiler room and engine room concept into one box inside the ship, and that together with the inside mechanism area for the main battery is called the Citadel, and anytime you score a hit to that, it's maximum damage. And that pretty much only gets penetrated with armor piercing. If you're familiar with the concept of all or nothing armor, basically the Citadel will be heavily armored, and the bow and stern and other non-essential areas of the ship will not be armored at all. So here we are. This is I think it's called a Domination match. It's capture the bases, and the longer you hold them, the more points you get. It's 1 every second. It actually counts up as 4 every 4 seconds, but Point A is usually a hotly contested area because it's easy to hide while trying to either contest or capture the area. Usually you'll see cruisers or destroyers hiding behind the island where I'm at here, or from the opposing side it'll be that little island on the top of the cap point there. B is usually pretty open and gets to be a pretty fun fight. And C is Torpedo Alley. And just about everybody sends their torpedo bombers or their torpedo planes there to drop off torpedoes, where you really don't have any place to run. But a fast cruiser or an even faster destroyer can get in there and stay clear of torpedoes while capturing the point. As we've discovered here, A is already being contested. I'm in it, and it's just going to sit there and do nothing while we're waiting. But there is an enemy over here. This enemy cruiser seemed to be able to score a few hits, but I'm not hitting the Citadel. Frankly, a little distracted by the rest of the activity that's going on, trying to make sure I don't get blown away by torpedoes or this battleship.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
So I'm scoring some hits on the battleship, but it does take a while to whittle them down. We finally did capture base A. This cruiser drove the enemy destroyer off of his hiding place. I am aiming to hit right below the smokestacks and the conning towers, etc. That's where I'll score the most damage. Unfortunately, the way I'm angled, really only my forward guns are going to be able to fire. And somebody finally finished him off, so I'll shift my focus to this cruiser. He turns a little bit. Cruisers, you can do some of those tactics pretty easily. If you just keep shifting your direction and your... Yeah, there's a 2 hits to the Citadel and he's done. If you keep shifting your direction and speed, it can be very difficult to score significant hits on a cruiser. You can get obviously the one once in a while in there, but what you're trying to avoid is getting 6 hits at a time every time. Sort of like that. So that battleship is doing an exact tactic, slowing down, reversing direction. Even a battleship can mess you up a little bit when you're... If he was just able to stay alive for one more salvo, that can make a difference between a game and not.
Our team has taken the lead.
Got him.
Battleship destroyed.
And suddenly we're being capped again on Cap A. So I've got to turn around and head back. It's a slow game, but it somehow gets exciting. 49 hits, 2 kills, 2 Citadel hits, and 2 base caps. Or base defense, excuse me. So I turn around and I'm headed back to A. You can see on the map that circle around me is my, I think it's my gun range. So if an enemy's not in there, there's really no point in even trying to aim. What you can do, my rear guns have to take a good 30 seconds plus to turn all the way around. They can't clear the longitudinal line of the ship going forward, so they have to turn around backwards. So if you know you're going to be firing from that side, you can make sure they turn around ahead of time. And what I'm doing is holding the right mouse button. After I've got the aim in the direction I want it, I hold the right mouse button. The aim will stay there. Alternatively, you can press Control X, and that locks your gun bearing as well. I just often forget to turn that back off, so I use the right mouse button, as that's a more active thing for me. I've loaded up HE here, just in case I'm going to be able to fire on this destroyer. It really doesn't look like it. Destroyers are quite fast. Even at full speed, I'm not fast enough. You see me drop my speed real quick there. Got that feeling, the hairs on the back of my neck stood up. What if somebody appears? Is there a cruiser? I had to check the map and make sure there was could be nobody over here that had fired torpedoes or any surprises. So there's just a moment where I needed to pause and make sure that I had checked all of my exposure. I don't even fire. I'm not gonna come anywhere near.
Our team has taken the lead.
So we got the base back. I'm gonna go after that destroyer. I'm heading full speed off to that destroyer, and well, you'll see just as soon as I get to him. He dies. So I'm kind of committed to this turn. Don't really want to hit the island. The camera works very nicely in World of Warships. If you're holding the right mouse button, it zooms you out, and when you release the mouse button, as long as you don't touch anything else, it'll zoom back into where you were, which is what it was just doing. And then if you want to spin the guns around, or spin your aim around, it helps to zoom out first. So this is another Cleveland at Tier 6. Watch him. He's going to do some of that speed up, slow down technique, and it really does mess with my ability to hit him. He just turned a little bit to the right, and I was too far off. One thing that you have to learn to manage in World of Warships is the tunnel vision. Very, very often, you'll be focused on your target that's in front of you, or target that's shooting you close, like that cruiser, and you'll forget to steer, or you'll forget to avoid that battleship that's going to come around the corner, or you'll forget to avoid those torpedoes that got dropped that you didn't see because you were tunnel visioned. So that's one of the things you have to manage in any one of these games, but particularly World of Warships. It's very good at letting you have this view, this zoomed-in view, and you are totally oblivious to everything else going on the map. So make a habit of checking your map. Now, if anybody wondering, the key is Z. Z is in Z. The Z key lets you do the zoomed in, shot follow. I don't use it often on the cruiser because it often takes longer for the shot to fall. Meanwhile, I need to be re-aiming because I can fire every 8 seconds. You see what he's doing? He slowed down. I missed him again. Now, I'm not doing the same technique, and he seems to be messing up his own aim, so that, I can't help you there. This one's gonna hit me. Oh no, he was a little short. There you go, I just happened. Meanwhile, I was tunnel visioned, and I almost didn't notice these bombers. It was sheer timing that I did not drive into these torpedoes. Not bombers. I want to call them torpedo bombers. Torpedo droppers or something. There is such a thing as a ship deck bomber, dive bomber on the deck of your ship. I guess those are called dive bombers, and these are torpedo bombers. So. Meanwhile, that battleship is going to get the cap on B. That's great. And I'm heading after that cruiser, who is now in range.
The enemy is about to win.
Now, the way these games work, once you get to 1,000 points, the game simply ends. I'm sure there will be some other mechanics in there, but so long story short, we're going to hit 1,000 points before I'm able to fire on that cruiser. So I'm sending my GGs to the opposing team. It's always good to tell your own team they did a good job. There's so much toxic, so much in the community, and it's nice to communicate with your team and try to be a helpful player. So that was a victory, 1600 experience. Actually wasn't even nearly the best player on the team. Take a look. Other Cleveland driver. Doing something right. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.